Opens game between the Penrith Panthers and the locals, the Paul Macquarie Makos.
And welcome back to Port Macquarie Regional Stadium, the Mixed Opens A's division here between the Penrith Panthers and the table-topping Port Macquarie Makos, who have only had the one loss so far against the Wollongong Devils. So realistically, they are in a prime position to feature heavily on Budgie Smuggler Finals Day. James Preston and David Stone in commentary for you. And Stoney, you've been able to see plenty of your home side here so far this tournament.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of an investment or interest in these young kids and been coaching them in the past for a while, and it's good to see them transitioning into the Opens division. But Now, unfortunately had a loss in the last game, but this is the sixth round. It's actually a manipulated round, so these two teams have actually already played. But finishing second and fifth, these two teams will play on with a nice passive out the back.
Yeah, beautiful hands there, including from the likes of Leilani Granger, who sets it up nicely.
Yeah, so in the mixed division, there's been a manipulated round. So due to the numbers in the A-grade division, they're playing an extra round just to sort out the final ladder for tomorrow's Budgie Smugglers finals day going into the quarters. So there'll be a game on the backfield, would be between number 3 and 4 in this pool. And then out the back, there'll also be other games between the same 2 versus 5 and 3 versus 4 as well. So this will decide the final ladder for this last pool game. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see where the ladder sits at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course, we can't give you the live updates here because we do have those other matches, as Stoney mentions, happening at the moment. But what we do know is that might be a little bit of a bridge too far for Penrith to potentially feature in Budgie Smuggler Finals Day, but certainly Port Macquarie will be there somewhere.
Yeah, they will be, and they're a young side coming through. There's a lot of development happening with this team, and they had a bit of success at Country Champs, but it'd be really good to see them have some success at State Cup as well and develop it, actually work on their processes and that in this game for the final series. So this is good drive here by the Port Makos.
Yeah, of course, Country Champs is one thing. The State Cup is a whole different kettle of fish as Kobe Smith comes up over halfway. Now Scott, who has been very impressive so far in this tournament, chimes into the attack. Great flow about this set here from Port Macquarie. The Makos on the attack. Fisher, quick hands. Oh, Scott, how about the step there? And dives into the in-goal as easy as you like. Simply strolls across the try line by the end of it. 2-0 in favour of Port Macquarie.
Yeah, young Scott, he's got great footwork. I don't think he's that good a dancer though, but he's on the playing field, on the touch field, he can move, and yeah, it's nice footwork. We've seen it all weekend there by Scott, and he's definitely one to watch going into the final series.
Well, Stoney, I know your dancing days, or at least clubbing days, are maybe a little bit behind you now, but I'm sure you used to head out to the likes of Finian's Altitude Nightclub. You're all over it, mate.
Oh, that's why I've got bad knees, mate. That's why I've given up dancing.
Nothing to do with touch footy. It's all about the moves that you're pulling on a Saturday night. And depending on the results here, I think they'll at least be cracking something tomorrow night. We'll try and keep themselves fresh for Budgie Smugglers Finals Day tomorrow, though. Oh, big run here. I think potentially even pulling up with a hamstring problem there, it looked like.
Pulled up a bit lame, they would say, in the horse racing game, but he looks fine. He's still on, so he's got to battle through it.
Geez, don't say that. They'll very quickly be looking at the glue factory for Harris. Back towards the middle. Oh, a risky ball there with Scott under all sorts of pressure. Jamming in out of the line was Riley Donlan. So here come Port Macquarie again, up over halfway. Oh, great in and away. And now Lewis is off for the prize. Oh, Lewis. Well, you talk about the fancy footwork of Scott. That's even better there from Corey Lewis. That's sensational.
Yeah, the speed. I think he found out the injured man there. He's hobbling off here, but the footwork, he's looked really sharp lately. Lewis, he's actually trying to get down to the Cronulla Sharks, I believe it is, for a footy contract. So he is definitely one to watch, and he's actually playing in the middle here in this game, where lately he's been playing in the link. So they've pushed him into the middle here just to probably keep some players a bit fresh. We see Nix actually defending in the link in this game. So probably a bit of tactics here, just keeping players fresh.
Mears. That long floating ball to Jimenez. And here is Jimenez again, trying to isolate Nixon out in that link position. He did a good job to crab across, shut things down. Once more, that beautiful spiral pass that he has. Both directions for that matter too. Oh, yeah. Big dummy here. They go now with Nixon. Nixon trying to get away from them. Pulls up on a dime. Such a great exponent of fancy footwork. She's got a few in this side, I'll give you that.
Yeah, there is a few, and it's exciting. Like, you don't get many players that have got 2 or 3 options, and Nixon's really been working hard in his game. He's got the pass left to right, which a lot of players don't have. He's also got the step, and he's working on his diving game. So he's trying to get a well-rounded game that I think will see him eventually crack them state sides. And we have here Tyrone Flanagan with a lot of pace. on the outball. He's been dangerous all weekend as well, but yeah, Nixon, he's a real threat to teams with all them options. And
it's back to the middle they come now, or nearly opening them up for just a moment there. Harris, however, got the touch. It's the last play now for Port Macquarie. Centre of the ground. Pollard got away from them. However, a touch pass coming in there. So he thought he was off for the prize. Called back, though, on this occasion. 6.5 gone, roughly.
Yeah, he thought he was through the hole there, but once again, just well defended there by the Penrith Panthers as they work off their line.
Mears heading towards the subs box so they can get those fresh players on. Coyne, oh, geez, she wanted to link up out wide there with Donlan, but coming onto the field, Pedras got in the way of the pass.
Yeah, there's a good opportunity here for the Makos to get up on the 7 and try one of their set plays. Here we have Luck, a New South Wales State of Origin player, and I believe was player of the series at this year's State of Origin for the women's 35s team. Smith out here just barking orders to Fisher.
Fisher slowing things down now before they launch another raid. Here comes Lewis. Oh, great footwork again from Lewis. Well, Corey is carving them up. They just managed to prevent the try on that occasion. Once more, they're happy to slow things down and force the Panthers defenders up and away from the try line. Fisher, who has got oodles of pace, trying to use it here. Fisher.
Oh, well defended.
And they've done very well, but a collision in the process. Coyne has come off second best, I think, against their own player there.
Yeah, a bit of a collision between the two girls, but they both look all right. But yeah, just a bit of a mismatch there between a boy and a girl, and that's what mixed is about. They try and get that mismatch. The boy's speed. Good cycle ball here. He looks like he's all right coming back on here. The 79 in Sims.
He's good once more here, Sims. And now here is Harris, who's left it behind. I don't think that's an indiscretion from Kobe Smith. Certainly not. So change over to happen here. Not 100% healthy after that either is Harris.
No, he looks a bit ginger. It looks like the Panthers have had a pretty hard weekend. They got to, both Sims and Harris, they got to work hard here. They're still carrying some injuries. We can see Sims here. He's still hobbling. So if Makos play through the middle, I think they'll get him with speed, and that should be a repeat set. Yep, good penalty.
There it is again. 8.5 gone. Port Macquarie in cruise control at the moment. Scott gives it to Nixon, who's been enormous so far in this tournament. Such great footwork. A very good pass too. He's just about got the complete game, as you said. Pretty much the last piece of the puzzle is the dive. And there comes the pass once more. It's a beautiful ball. Shelby Granger goes in. And at the moment, it is one-way traffic in favour of Port Macquarie.
Yeah, nice sweeper quarterback play there by the Port Makos. You had the threat of Scott sweeping with his footwork, but then dishes the ball back with Nixon, and just a nice long ball over to Granger, who plants the ball down for try number 4. So the poor old Panthers, they're really pushing through their injuries here. They're hobbling off, but it's good to see them still trying. That's what State Cup's about. It's about participation and not giving up. It's good to see that they're still sticking in it here with their team, and they'll push through their injuries, and I'm sure they'll enjoy a nice cold beverage this afternoon.
Why do I feel like you're projecting on that particular sentence? Where are you off to later this afternoon, Stoney?
I'll be going straight home to the family, mate. There's been a couple of big days and very early starts. But Panthers, they get one on the rooster here, so they get a try, and they're number 1 in Jimenez. He's got his hands up. He's cheering for that play. So once again, the Makos got caught out there just on that rooster play, and it's something that they would look to work on moving into the semi-finals.
There's a good little decoy run off the ball as well from Mears, which attracted plenty of attention as Fisher comes inside the 7. Quick release here. Lewis firing a massive pass across the face. I think it was probably Ford anyway. Left behind. The attempted catch there from Kim Lattimore, of course, the sister of NRL player Jeremy Lattimore, a real journeyman as well in the NRL.
Yeah, he played for a few clubs, but he was a real stalwart there for a long time. He wasn't a fancy forward or anything like that, but he got through his work, and he's a player that every team wants in their team. So Yeah, he's a bit of a journeyman with a lot of clubs, and I think he played over in the UK for a season or two as well. So
I think you might be right. Certainly with Parramatta, the Warriors, I believe even Penrith at one point. So plenty of sides Jeremy is called home. And I'll tell you what, out of the two siblings there, Kim, I would still say, is definitely the quicker of the two.
Yeah, the quicker. And after the shot she put on in mix yesterday, she might be the hitman of the team as well. So she put a big shot on here at the stadium yesterday, and all the crowd got up on that. But, yeah, you never know. Maybe league is a future for Kim.
Well, I dare you to say that with Jeremy sitting here in the booth.
No, I'll be right.
Up over halfway they come now, the Penny Panthers. A couple of dummies here from the likes of Sims, who now heads towards the sideline. Big dummy comes out as well from Donlan. Jimenez heading forward. Smith backpedaling now. Big contact there. Oh, well done there from Do-Good, who sets it up. And another try here for the Panthers. They're not out of this one yet. 4-2.
No, they're fighting hard here, the Panthers. And Makos have just got to be wary with their processes and that they're still sticking to their process for that. And it looks like there's just a bit of talk between, could have been a shutdown on that play, but just a little bit of maybe communication error. But that's something that the Makos can work on and fix for this game.
So once more, they restart things here with Granger, who drives forward. Pedras makes the touch. Pollard. And now Lewis joining in the attack. Or Lewis once more threatening Jimenez. Does a good job to shut things down. 17.5 to play. Threatening the line once more. Pollard slows it now. Looking to open up an opportunity here for Toombs. Toombs flat pass. Good defence once more there from the Panthers. So they are warming into this contest here, Stoney.
Yeah, they're gradually building into this game, and it's actually making the Makos work for it. The Makos have been a little bit impatient with their attack here and not really conditioning the defence properly to make the Panthers shut down or release. So Makos really have to work here on their repeat sets.
Jeez, and I'll tell you what, this will be interesting to watch as things unfold further in this match. There's a real running battle here between Leilani Granger and Hannah Pedras. There was a bit of argy-bargy as she went to the sideline there. Both players dropping elbows and shoulders into one another.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. The girls normally don't really get into it in the mix. Normally you see the boys have a bit of push and shove, but yeah, it'll be interesting. But the players have got to be disciplined as well. We don't want to see silly penalties given away by either side.
Well, at the moment, it seems to be impacting Port just now because they've lost focus there, left it behind and allowed an opportunity here for Penrith to try and get themselves further back into this contest. As Granger comes up and makes the touch on Nixon. Great defensive pressure there on Harris. Had nowhere to go. They've lost ground on that play. Now they try and straighten with Mears and Harris once again. Harris a flat pass looking for Pedras.
That's better defence there by the Makos. Nixon made that strike dump, but he released his edge early, so went man on defence, and it was much better. But once again, that's the second touch in a row, so Makos have got to concentrate. They're giving too much cheap ball to the Panthers, and you give teams too much cheap ball, they'll make you pay.
Pedras comes into that 7-metre mark, so at the moment her nemesis is not out there. Granger having a little rest, and Luck instead is in that link spot. Oh, big dummy from Do-Good. But Nixon said, I can do better, and I'll make the touch. So back to that 7-metre mark they go. 15.5 to play here. A well-poised match so far. Do-Good with the big dummy and then sets it up for the wing. Oh, just had to be a little more precise, and they would have been in with no one in Kui.
Yeah, once again, the Makos just caught out in online defence. So whether they've just switched off and they just want to cruise through this game, I'm not too sure, but they've really clocked off. They must complete this set. This is the third set in a row. They must complete this one. Once again, that's 3 sets. That's killing the Makos. They've got to be disciplined. They've got to work a little bit harder.
They might be a top side, but you can't continue to offer possession to any team at this level. They can all make you pay. And Penrith are looking to do exactly that. Here come the Panthers now. Pedras once more barging into her opposition link player.
It's late.
This time it's Luck, and she's again not happy about it. So Pedras has had a running battle with not only Granger, but now Luck as well.
Yeah, she's looks like a bit of a fiery one, so playing very physical, but Here we go, fourth set. Let's see, 4-time lucky, they say. I think it's normally third time lucky, but we'll go 4th time lucky.
Oh, that was close to being 4. I think they were going to be unlucky for a moment there, but play on is the call. Up over halfway they go now. Scott into the action as Smith also joins in, trundling up the pitch. Nixon, great one-handed take. Very casual for that matter. Last play now, Nixon. Oh, not a bad pass. And that's interesting too. So Granger has actually switched sides, and now she's going to come over onto this side of the field. So here we go. Battle 2.0 between Penrith and Granger. Here they come all together. And yes, there you go. A bit of extra spice there from Granger in that one.
And a penalty.
And I think that might even be from the touch there for Granger. It is indeed. It's from Granger.
Yeah, got to be disciplined here. You can't give away silly penalties. Makos, they're letting the Panthers back in the game. They want to be careful here. Oh, Smith.
Well, if there's one man you don't try and throw the ball over the top of, it's Kobe Smith. He's a man mountain.
He's a big man, but very, very smart. He's got a very good football brain on him. And for the size he is, he does get around the field very, very well. And it's really good to see him digging in and having a go here for his team.
Still, you'd have more luck going to Laurelton and trying to throw it over North Brother Mountain than you would Kobe Smith. He's a very tall lad. So the touch comes in here from Josh Sims. Still a couple of plays here for the Makos. Nixon says, let's set it up for the strike dump. Here he comes, Nixon. Nixon, short ball. Oh, great pass as well. And Pollard got to ground really quickly. That will be a try for the Makos.
Yeah, I think they just lost where the try line actually was, and both defenders in the middle there, they almost went a metre behind the actual try line. So they just lost focus of where they were. And here we have the Makos getting one on them. So I just don't want to see the Makos clock off here. They've got to really keep with their process, complete their sets, and work on things for tomorrow.
Jimenez touches off from halfway, and they continue marching upfield here. Do good. Now out to Donlan. Do good. Out of acting half, they've hit the deck here. Luckily for Pollard, nothing transpires off the back of it. He was at 6s and 7s.
Yeah, good defensive read out there by Green on the wing. This is good aggressive defence here by Fisher.
Jimenez.
Well done by Fisher. Good aggressive defence.
Yeah, couldn't get around the pressure there of Fisher. As much as Jimenez was trying to ask the question. Lewis comes forward and is met by Dogood. Good run here as well from Luck. Picks up plenty of good metres there with a strong drive. Pollard towards the sideline as Scott really puts the foot
flow
down.
Keep the flow going here, the Makos. They need a good back-end set here.
Smith now trundling forward and picking up some good metres. Last play. Here comes Toombs. Oh, back to Smith, who is able to reel it in. Great play there from the Makos, and that makes it a half dozen for them. 6 tries to 2.
Yeah, I have to give that back to the set of 6 where the players were transitioning off. They got the flow at the start of the set for that group to come on at the back end. And as you can see there, Smith, he reaps the rewards for the hard work by the group that was transitioning off. So once again here, the Makos defending their own half, and good to see if they work on their policy here.
Hellier gives it here to Harris. Harris once more. Now Hellier slowing things down in the middle. Smith, tireless work in defence from the big unit. And turning back away from the sideline. Geez, Granger's fired up. She's even taking on Hellier now. She might have taken the same angry pills that Pedras has. Inside the 7. Oh, massive floating pass from Mears. All Pedras had to do was reel it in.
He's injured after he threw the ball. Yeah, just couldn't handle that long ball. It was on. It was a try begging. Just couldn't find the mark. Once again, we've got another Panthers player down there. They're really pushing through. That's 3 that's injured themselves in this game, but this one could be a little bit more serious by the looks of it.
Yeah, Mears is not moving anywhere back onto the pitch, just slowly dragging himself away from the action. So hopefully he's all right. It's just a burner. We've seen plenty of them throughout the last couple of days.
Yeah, I think the Panthers, they'll be looking for some skins. One of our sponsors and partners by the end of the day. Try and get their recovery and in the ruck there, but yeah, the referee picked it up. Big thank you to our partners and sponsors, the Budgie Smugglers, ISC Apparel, Hyperactive Merchandise, the Port Macquarie Hastings Council, and also skins that I'm sure every player that's playing this tournament has.
Oh, Nixon's put that one right on the spot there, but they just got the touch in time. Hellier did a good job. So the touch is made with 9 minutes to go here at Port Macquarie Regional Stadium, a fantastic venue to host the State Cup. We're very glad that the rain has stayed away for the bulk of today. And Nixon, so sharp with the footwork, bounced off the left foot into the end zone and puts it down for another try. 7-2 on the scoreboard.
A little bit better conditioning there by the Makos. You saw Nixon and Aston Pollard working well together there. The first play was he stepped and dished off to Aston Pollard, and then the second play he actually dummied to Pollard, and the player just fell for the dummy and he dived over the line. So much better conditioning on their plays there by the Makos.
So 8.5 to go, and the Panthers, it's probably a bridge too far at this point. But if they can get a couple of quick tries, they might well back themselves here. Showed some good signs early on. Jimenez comes middle of the ground. Harris told to go straight ahead. And it's proactive defending here from the Makos side. They're up and in constantly, and it's that Granger who's hit the deck. Now it's Luck who's unfortunately run out of luck on that particular play.
Yeah, she's been in the wall. She's taken a couple of hard hits this weekend, but looks to be pushing through it. Still got 7.5 minutes on the clock, so still a fair while to go in this game. But Fisher, he's a little energizer bunny. He just takes them forward.
Good run here as well from Lewis up towards the halfway line, and now they are well over it here with a good flow on about this set. Scott joins the action now. Jimenez makes the touch. Nobody waiting at active half. They keep promoting the ball now to Smith, who steps off the left foot and straightens up. Toombs, good ball. Granger, nearly got away from the touch of Coyne. But they've done enough there, the Panthers. Good scramble defence.
Yeah, good scramble defence. Toombs is really conditioning the Panthers here with them M2 plays. That's good work by the young man. He's only a young fella coming through. 16 or 17 years old, I believe, and I think he might be 17 now, so he's really coming through the ranks and a good young development player through the Makos.
Do good. Into enemy territory now, but last play, and they haven't worked the strike dump, so there won't be much they can conjure up here. Long ball comes, more in hope than anything.
I thought Chris Reynolds was way there. I thought he was down the sideline on the wing, but no, he's just tapped it back in so the Makos can roll the ball.
I'll tell you what, if he doesn't want to get on the touch footy field, maybe volleyball's the calling. That was pinpoint. Scott wrapping around. Nearly got away from the touch there. I was concerned for a moment we were going to have another injury from Penrith there. He took a little while to get back up.
Yeah, I think it's just fatigue, mate. Nice little cheap play down the sideline, but well read there by the winger from Penrith.
Nixon to Luck, and now back to Nixon through the middle. It's still the same play here. It's been going on for an eternity. Great roll ball as well. Oh, Nixon, the fancy footwork. Stop it, son. Coyne, however, says, yes, I will stop that in its path. Nixon did everything except find the supporting player.
Yeah, he done everything, and you just need to be a little bit patient and actually try and run to the corner on that play. And they had nearly a 3-on-1 overlap, so there's plenty of free players, but unfortunately, I think he was almost dead, so that's probably why he threw the ball.
Wider still they come now with Donlan. Drops it off here for Jimenez. And now they look to set for the last play. Jimenez off the left foot. Lovely ball here. Oh, it was open for them. They just had to take it there with tandem, and they could have potentially worked a 2-on-1 up against Granger.
Yeah, that was the right play. You saw there Corey Lewis. He shut down hard from the link, and here we got the Makos. They're just going lateral. They need to. That's better. They need to go direct. Much better there, but there's no players coming on.
Scott now joins the action and finds a nice little opening in that play so they can get things back rolling in the right direction, which Fisher continues. Good meters on offer again. Fisher, great turn of pace from the spot.
I like the pace that Fisher's coming on. He's coming on with intensity, and I think that's what the Makos have lacked in this game. A little bit of intensity, like I said, where they've shut up shop, but he just keeps going for them hard. Good
Scott,
ball.
Lovely short ball there. Toombs, did he do enough to get around the touch there of tandem? He certainly has. 8-2 the score now for Port Macquarie. And Scott, once more, adding his expertise to the fold.
A nice little ML play there. And Toombs once again over the line through the middle, but that's in this game. That's where the Makos they've caught out the Penrith defence through that middle third. So they should keep their strike dumps through the middle.
So big margin now opening up in favour of the Makos. 8 tries to 2, 4 minutes on the clock. As Hellier, for once, has finally lost the hat. And I, for one, would like to see the hat return. That mullet is the definition of filth.
That's haircut of the weekend so far. Have a go at it.
Goodness me, that is a lot. I'll tell you what, if they can't quite catch him, they might even be able to get a tip of the mullet there.
Yeah.
I mean, does that count if we touch the hair?
It does. Any part of the body, even the football, when you're carrying the football, it counts as well. So, but yeah, it'll definitely be flowing in the wind if he gets a break.
Oh, no. I've pictured that way too well in my mind just then.
Oh, dearie me.
Hercules has changed shape over the years.
Things young ones do these days.
I don't understand the return of the mullet. I really don't get it.
It's popular. It's very popular at the moment. All the young ones have got the hairstyle. It's short on the side and it's flapping at the back. So I think the Pappenhausen, he brought it back, and all the young fellas, they want to copy him. And
well, business in the front
once
for
again.
Hellier. Once more. Is that Granger again, is it?
That's Luck.
What's been Luck and Granger have both been collected a couple of times in this match by just about everyone on the field, actually. Nixon, quick wraparound play. Here's Lewis. Does the mullet man have the magic to stop things? Nearly.
Even Lewis has got a little bit of a party at the back there happening.
Stop it, Stoney. Not everybody has to have a mullet. Stop trying to make it a thing. It's not fetch. Lewis from right to left. Oh, Nixon, great ball. That is superb from Nixon. This time, luck is good. And she dives over 9 tries to 2 with just over 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, that's his play. An out ball. Like I said, he's got speed, he's got a step, he's got a pass, but Luck, really good hands. The ball was low. A low dive there by Luck, and she gets a name on the scoreboard. I'm not sure Penrith want to get 6 on the field. I think they've had enough. We've still 2 minutes to go on the clock. There's a lot of hands on hips.
There's a lot of mullet action as well on the sidelines. I'm just having a look. It's a close-up now for Hellier. I don't know if we have time to even potentially get a shot, but that would be great for the socials. That's haircut of the tournament so far. If you see a better one, let us know with the hashtag haircuts of State Cup. That's how we're going to work that.
Good strike there by Luck on the short side. Quickie just shut down that last play. This is where Makos have to work hard. They got to come away from their box.
Lewis, oh, geez, a very audacious wraparound play there, which was just caught by Pollard. Got in the way of Lattimore there. Now Smith dumps it off. Luck that time, chiming in from the link position. Smith looking for a little wraparound play. Doesn't happen on this occasion. Last now, Lewis. Oh, nice floating pass. That actually opened up an opportunity there for Pollard.
It must have been touched because the referee's called 6 to go. So, but yeah, it opened up there, and it was good, solid effort there by that group. They went away from their box and staying on the field. And here we can see Nixon coming on again.
So Nixon looking to close things out here. They'd love to breach double digits. A good bounce back after their last up lost to the Wollongong Devils. Oh, Nixon had worked it perfectly there for Shelby Granger, but was fired at pace. A little tough to take.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting conversation when they get home. Them pair, they're actually partners, so once again, bit physical.
Now, is that Pedras again? That's my question. Yes, I think it is Pedras. So she has constantly been having battles with multiple players on the other side, certainly the Granger girls.
And I think Sister Leilani is giving a bit of a lip over there as well. And last play of the game.
And there it is for Jimenez. So Pedras, it'll be interesting to see if she shakes the hands of both the Granger girls. I think she will. It's all love once the match finishes. And you just have a little look there as well from Nixon. He wasn't particularly pleased with Pedras either.
Yeah, but the game's over now. Once the game's done, you just got to forget about it. That's football. Got to leave it on the field, and what goes on the field stays on the field, I believe. And I think now the Makos, they just need to recover, get ready for tomorrow. But the Panthers, they showed a bit of grit. There was a lot of injuries there, but they kept going. They didn't give up. So now we're for them two teams. I think the Panthers may be out, but the Makos, they move on to the Budgie Smugglers finals day, and be good to see how they go as a young side.
And of course, all the finals action will be beginning nice and early, along with our final pool matches that still need to be played. So coverage occurring from 8 o'clock, but still a few more games to come your way today, so don't go too far. In about 5 minutes' time, we do move to the men's Open B division. It'll be the New South Wales Death Touch side taking on Parramatta Threes. Of course, we do have the All Abilities match still to come as well. So don't go too far. All the action live, exclusive and free, courtesy of New South Wales Touch Football.